Joe Boo's Cookoos is having an identity crisis. This kosher rotisserie chicken joint has a rare wood-burning oven and the potential to produce the best-tasting chicken in town. But instead, it's trying to be all things to all people. With out-of-place Asian and Mediterranean dishes on offer, customers are confused and business is suffering. Joe has a wife and 7 kids, so going out of business is not an option. But he needs to focus his menu and upgrade his decor if he's ever going to turn a profit. Restaurant Makeover is sending executive chef Michael Bonacini,
something that says Joe Boo's Everyday Rub,
and top designer Glen Peloso.
Did you spend your day off praying, I hope?
To fire up a new plan for this failing business and give Joe a second chance to support his large brood for years to come.
Wow.
That's quite the sign, isn't it?
Joe Boo's Cookoos Flame Roasted Rotisserie Chicken. It doesn't say a whole lot. It looks, but it's got some crazy eyes.
Does that say what I think it says? Kosher? Oh my God. What I know about kosher is, boy, I'm embarrassed to tell you what I know about kosher. It's very little.
Michael Bonacini has been an executive chef for over 20 years and has helmed legendary kitchens from the Windsor Arms to Canoe. He's also a founding partner of Oliver Bonacini, currently running 5 of Canada's top-rated restaurants.
Wow.
What do you think?
It's a lot of color. We have some eating counters.
It's a hefty eating counter.
Yeah. I like the taped-down rugs. That's interesting. Sort of a white tile on the floor and then a bunch of carpets that are taped down. There's a sink in the middle of the restaurant. There's all kinds of takeout items that just seem to be stacked. So you start to understand why it's Joe Boo's Cookoos, because clearly the design is a bit cuckoo.
Glen Peloso has spent the last 10 years working on over 200 design contracts through Europe and North America.
The menu board is incredibly long.
Chili dog, Shanghai noodles. I'm thinking, what the hell has Shanghai noodles got to do with a rotisserie chicken joint? Jumbo spring rolls?
So I look at the menu board and I think, bong cuckoo.
Now that is cooking. There is this amazing wood-burning rotisserie with dozens of chickens. That's got some soul and character. I wonder who owns the joint.
You know, I'm gonna guess that because of the fire, I'm gonna guess that it's gonna be, I'm gonna go with kind of a lumberjacky kind of guy. Hello?
Back here, guys.
Oh, he's in the back. There he is.
Hi, we're looking for Joe.
I'm Joe.
Oh, nice to meet you. I'm Glenn.
Hi, Glenn.
And I'm Michael.
Hi, Michael.
Pleasure to meet you, Joe.
Pleasure is mine.
Didn't expect you to find you outside chopping wood.
Just chopping it to fit underneath the grill.
Do you want to show us around?
Sure, let's go.
Great. Come on.
Give us the tour.
All right. This is Cookoos Restaurant. I got the name Joe Boo's Cookoos, first of all, because my name is Boo Sedan, but ever since grade 3, they would just shorten it to Joe Boo.
You were cuckoo, or the name is cuckoo?
Yeah, the idea was...
all of the above.
Cookoos, I wanted something with an affinity to chicken, and I wanted something fun, and I wanted something that was easily branded.
How long ago did you open the place?
I opened up the place 5 years ago. I wanted to produce basically a food item, which would be my signature, that would be the best that there is. And I found this rotisserie that cooked over wood.
And you made that choice because?
Because it was a unique way of roasting chicken. It would infuse flavors into the chicken that you can't get conventionally cooking in an oven. No one cooks chicken over wood. There's one real good reason, because it's very hard.
So basically you learned how to be a pioneer.
Yeah, exactly. So I went and I disposed of electricity and gas, and I went back to wood. The reason why I need Restaurant Makeover is I need to take the concept and make it look good so that it sells more, that it attracts more people. Because if it's only gonna attract what I'm attracting now, I can't survive. At home, me and my wife have 7 children.
Wow.
I need to get home a little bit more. I need to spend dinner time. I need to tuck them into bed.
Food direction seems to take a bit of a change on the menu there. You go from this rotisserie roast chicken firewood cooked to then Asian Shanghai noodles and spring rolls and
Jewish people have an affinity to Chinese food. You know, what do Jewish people do on New Year's? They go and eat Chinese food. We got customers telling us, well, you should have this, you should have that. And then we branched into Chinese food for a while, only because we said, okay, well, maybe we can increase our revenue through that. In terms of design,
Yes.
the initial concept was to create this rotisserie to be the center point of the eye.
Now, people don't, is this purely takeout? Like people don't sit down?
Initially, it was supposed to be some sit down, but I couldn't do it, so I basically put counters up there.
In terms of design, what do you love?
All these things of design aspects are mistakes, so I don't really love anything.
You have a sink in the restaurant?
In the Jewish religion, one is required to wash his hands in a certain way before he eats bread.
So we need to keep the sink.
Yes, we need to keep the sink.
To have just a fireplace and a sink that I have to work around makes life pretty simple because now I can arrange it in any way that makes sense to me.
Can you just sort of make me understand what kosher is all about?
The first is milk and meat. They don't come in contact.
So this is all meat, no dairy.
Right. The second thing is that the animals, when they're slaughtered, there's a certain way of slaughtering. It has to be painless to the animal. And in terms of running the restaurant, the kosher supervisor, which is called a mashgiach, he comes in and basically he will check all the green vegetables and he will check for bugs and he will check it at one leaf at a time because we're not allowed to eat insects. So that's his primary duty. And then he checks to see that everything that I buy has a kosher symbol.
But you know, with this kosher thing, I gotta look at it as a challenge. I've gotta look at it as an obstacle that I've gotta overcome. I've gotta get my head into understanding a little bit more about kosher. Joe, so what happens if Restaurant Makeover doesn't help you out?
Please help me out. Then basically what I'll do is my ambitious plans of extending the menu and getting into catering will not exist. I will downsize to a two-man operation, and I'll probably look for a buyer to buy the business so I can recoup some of the money that I invested.
He has 7 children and a wife. So there are 9 people in his house. He's at the restaurant all the time. He doesn't sort of know where to go, doesn't really have the time or the skill sets to bring himself to the next level. He really needs our help.
For Glen and I to do what we need to do to fulfill your vision, dreams, and wishes, we need to get a check for $15,000 from you, of which Restaurant Makeover will match dollar for a grand total of $30,000.
$15,000 is basically a little bit more than I've managed to save for the last 6 or 7 years in case of a rainy day.
This is his security blanket for his family, his 7 kids, his wife.
I did this 5 years ago. I took whatever I had and I put it in here.
You gotta break some eggs to make an omelet, as my Uncle Vinny used to say.
So I'm really scared. This has to be done in order for better times to happen. And we have to let go of that money that we so much cherish. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna write the check.
We can actually move him to the next step. Otherwise, he's just gonna stay where he is, and things aren't gonna get any better than they are right now. And in my estimation, this is a rainy day.
Here you go.
Welcome to Restaurant Makeover, Joe.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome on, Joe. Welcome
Thank you
on
very
board.
much. You're taking what I had, you're changing it, and I don't know what you're changing it into, but I have to believe that it's good. So I'm excited to see it. Oh yeah, so excited. I'm nervous. Oh, I'm completely nervous.
Next on Restaurant Makeover.
Ego has done a masterful job on tearing the place to pieces, as he usually does.
Everything's gone. The place that I was is no longer.
Culinary superstar Michael Bonacini and top designer Glen Peloso have accepted the challenge of making Joe Boo's Cookoos into a less zany and more profitable business. The nutty menu and cheap interior are on their way out, but they have to do it all in just 6 days.
The drill.
So, here is what I want to do with Joe Boo's Cookoos to make it a little less cuckoo. So what we're thinking of doing is using this stone facade, and then we'll wrap around the entirety of that fireplace so that it becomes a real central feature in the space.
I think Glen's idea to showcase the rotisserie is right on the money. Let's face it, that's the heart and soul of the restaurant. That's the heart and soul of the kitchen. That's where the action is.
So I'm going to change the tile throughout. So we're going to use this tile there, which is a little bit more non-skid. We're going to get rid of the line as it goes around the corner. And just have a line that comes straight across, so it'll be a much easier way to access, so as opposed to having to try to figure out how to navigate this massive, huge line. So we're going to keep the circle idea because Joe has a fairly bubbly personality. We're going to use it in a slightly different way. We'll use it again on the front of the bar. We'll use it a little bit on the walls. And we have to keep the hand wash sink for religious purposes. So what I'm going to do is move the wall back towards the bathroom so that it comes further back. You'll now enter the bathroom like that. And that hand wash sink will go over here as opposed to being stuck over there where it previously was. We're planning on having a banquette that will run the entire length of the front of the restaurant, which will be done in this fabric, the vinyl there, so that now people can sit opposite each other as having to sit side by side. And then we'll have deuces all the way in front of that, chairs that'll come around that. So we'll now have actual seating for all kinds of guests that people can actually sit down.
This now is more of a restaurant. He's got a little seating area, tables that are flexible, they can be pulled together for families.
The paint colors are going to be in this tonality. I think that because there's so much smoke in the space all the time because of the fire, going with colors that are a little bit more in that sort of ash tonality is going to allow it to look cleaner longer.
I like the fact that you've got these warm, cozy, comforting colors, the textures going on there.
The other thing I want to do is also change the ceiling tile so that it's just flat, as opposed to being that popcorny looking stuff they have now. But I for sure want to get rid of the fluorescent tube lighting and hopefully have some track lighting or pot lighting. We're going to work on the signage out front as well so that we can change that up so that it's not quite so complex. So I think that this kind of plan is going to give him a sense of identity and sort of take him to the next level that I think he wants to go to. If everything runs on schedule, things show up on time, everybody does the job that they're supposed to do, we should have no problem making the reveal day. 1, 2, 3.
Whoa. Oh my gosh.
It's not so bad.
Everything's gone. The place that I was is no longer. That was hard. The memories are gone, but some of them were good, some of them were bad. As I look at every single area, the 5 years that I spent here just flashed
Through your whole head.
Yeah, and I see it laid down on the garbage.
Igor has done a masterful job on tearing the place to pieces, as he usually does.
Feel that the rebirth is beginning. Thank you.
A pleasure.
Okay. All right.
Well, we'd love to have you stay, but, you know, as you can see, I have a little bit of work to do to clean up the work that you did 5 years ago. No, I'm kidding. But there is a lot of work to do. So, you know, with all due respect, get out.
It's time to go.
All righty.
Thanks, Joe.
Okay.
Next on Restaurant Makeover.
I have here a rub. It's a store-bought rub.
Pre-store-bought seasoning mix.
I wanted the cultured stone to go right above the fire pit, but unfortunately, there isn't enough structure to be able to hold that.
Design powerhouse Glen Peloso was no chicken with his instructions to Igor. Demolish the entire place. Joe has seen the bare bones of his business and is now eager for the end result.
Feel that the rebirth is beginning.
And top chef Michael Bonacini hasn't even begun to tackle the menu. It's time to get this makeover started.
It's the beginning of construction, and I got some cultured stone. I got some table bases that we can reuse. They're in good condition. We can put them in, and we're ready to start. Okay, center it. Hold on, center it. Okay, let's go.
First dish will be the rotisserie chicken with the roasted potatoes and roasted vegetables. So one of the things about the wood-fired rotisserie is the temperature that wood burns at a higher temperature than gas or electricity. So what that does is it sears the skin. The skin then forms a cap, the juices stay in, and as it cooks, it's basting. This chicken's dripping on this chicken, that chicken is basting on that.
And it's a whole beautiful self-basting experience for each individual bird.
And is it grain-fed?
Yes.
Perfect.
This is a kosher chicken, which basically means that it was propered according to Jewish law, and then checked, and then tagged. I have here a rub. It's a store-bought rub.
Pre-store-bought seasoning mix.
I don't know how to make rub.
Well, we can work on that one. And how many of these would you do a day?
I would do about 80.
We want to cook like 200.
And how long will it take to cook the chickens?
It stays there for about 3.5, 4 hours.
A low fire, good smoke, that's the seasoning.
All right, from here it goes into the rotisserie.
Yes.
Well, it's the first day of construction. I've had my demo day, and Joe seemed to be perfectly okay with what was happening. I'm hoping that I'm going to walk in, everything is going to be just fantastic. There's not going to be one problem at all. Might be a pipe dream, but hey, it's how I have to live. Good morning, Mr. Hey, that's looking great. You got all that down? That's cool. Things are moving along really well. The tiles are down. I'm pleased about that.
I'm actually glad that you're here because I'm sort of stuck. I got the stone, but I can't put it up.
Why not?
Well, you're drawing calls to go all the way around,
Yeah.
and I have a hood in there.
I wanted the cultured stone to go right above the fire pit, but unfortunately, there isn't enough structure to be able to hold that. And then you're having trouble with the ceiling.
You know, you wanted it flat, and just to replace the tiles, which will not look that much different, it's $1,000. Just because of that tiny little texture in there.
He's suggesting that maybe it's simpler just to paint the tiles that we have, which I'm fine with.
If you noticed, this is all opened.
Yeah.
Because it's grilled. And it goes up through the ceiling. There's a lot of room in there.
Yeah.
And right above here, there's a wall that has a big fan in it. And it sucks all this hot air that penetrates the ceiling and pushes it out of here. So, like, for example, this is a solid tile right here, and then you have grills all around it. So that will look like a patch.
Igor's pointed out that we don't want to have this sort of patchwork look as we have it now. So paint out the ceiling that exists and we'll just centralize this and make those stainless steel grills.
Put it on the plan, get it on computer, work it out, and tell me where you want
I'm
it.
happy to. I just have to know there's a problem, and then I'll work it out.
These are Yukon Golds, right?
Yeah.
Baker size. Then we get to the potatoes.
Then we throw them in here. Then we put a little bit of turmeric. My mother always makes potatoes. We're from Tangiers, so we make a shepherd's pie. That was turmeric. Vegetable seasoning. It's again store-bought.
Is all over the potatoes. The same thing is over the vegetables. So you've added your seasoning in there?
Yes.
Just downright nasty.
We will then pop these two things in the oven.
I want him to see what state really I'm at.
It's like a wonderful chicken, Joe. And then he's got this store-bought barbecue sauce.
Wood-fired half chicken dinner.
The chicken's great. The chicken's moist. It looks terrific. There's very little shrinkage. That smokiness is very subtle. It penetrates the skin into the flesh. You know, the potatoes aren't bad. Vegetables, I'm pretty sure it's going to be the same sort of thing. I just don't like the idea of that seasoning mix. But the chicken is a winner.
This wall's made out of drywall, next to open flame, against the code. We're gonna put concrete board, and then only we can put cultured stone over it. So what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna rebuild this hood. We're gonna make it square. It will be easier, more logical to have stone over it. We gotta support the stone, so we're gonna change the whole structure. And I'll put a support on the bottom to support that stone, then it will go from here up to the ceiling.
Next on Restaurant Makeover.
I got to tell you that the construction is going to have to stop for the Jewish Sabbath. Everyone needs to be out of here until 9:40 Saturday night.
I got kicked out of the restaurant. Sabbath, we can't work on Saturday.
At Joe Boo's Cookoos, top designer Glen Peloso is dealing with the ceiling because Igor is begging to leave it as it is.
He's suggesting that maybe it's simpler just to paint the tiles that we have, which I'm fine with.
In the kitchen, executive chef Michael Bonacini is outraged that Joe uses a store-bought rub for his birds,
Pre-store-bought seasoning mix.
but thinks the actual chicken is fantastic.
But the chicken is a winner.
Can he craft a winning menu to match?
Judaism, we are told that we cannot eat no bugs, no crawling lizards or anything of the sort, no snails.
Let me introduce you to Rabbi Shimon Cohen. He's our kosher supervisor.
Nice to meet you. Terrific, thanks. He tells me he's inspecting it for bugs. So you may find bugs inside the leaf, is that the concern?
Yeah, sometimes. You can see them right through the leaf.
I guess the thing that makes sense to me at Joe Boo's being a kosher restaurant is the fact that the rabbi is there adding a level of quality control process to it. So that can't all be bad. So we're just about done?
Yes, we are.
Fabulous.
I have to vent all the drains. I have to put new hot and cold lines. I have to plumb one sink. I have to plumb another sink. I have to remove all the plumbing from the existing sinks.
So Joe decides to cook for me his quick steak sandwich.
I only use ribeye. I don't use any other cheaper cuts of beef.
We won't be able to use the grill today because they're doing the work out there, but we're going to just pan fry it.
This is where it goes downhill. He ends up boiling it in olive oil. The pan wasn't hot enough. He's got this beautiful piece of meat. It's being destroyed.
Quick steak sandwich on baguette.
Okay, it's a steak sandwich. It's pretty straightforward. It's a decent-sized portion, but it's just badly cooked, badly seasoned. And the presentation on that styrofoam plate, no thank you. Plate, in my mind, sort of brings it down. It's really sort of cafeteria. So in my mind, I keep coming back to saying, we've got to elevate that.
Glen wants to put a sink right here, where we had all electrical switches for the washroom. That all had to be redone. And then all around the sink, he wants to put cultured stone, which will happen only after we will redo all the plumbing.
Grilled chicken salad, Joe tells me he's going to prepare next.
Now we take out a little bit here, lay it down.
Joe shows me one of the things that he actually does make, one of his salad dressings.
We have Italian dressing.
It was oily, it was overpowering with the dried herbs. Maybe he should have stuck with a store-bought product. He cooks the chicken part way, pulls it out, butterflies it. Okay. It's also a way that he can tell whether it's cooked or not.
I now have to know if that chicken's done. So the only way that I know how to do it is by doing this.
He takes a pair of scissors and puts a cut into it. Chefs use their finger. It's their most valuable appendage, their most valuable tool. You've got to learn to use your fingers. When you're touching meat, the softer the texture of that meat that you're touching indicates that the less cooked it is.
Definitely, I'm going to work on that thing for sure because it bothered me from day one.
And the reason you're cutting it now?
Oh, because they like to have it in pieces. Grilled chicken fillet with Italian dressing.
It lacked presentation. And we're back to that styrofoam container again. It needs serious help. The salad had no real dressing. It was lifeless. I think the presentation lacks a little bit.
He didn't say it was bad. He just said it was okay, which is fine. What can I tell you?
So, Joe, it's time to take a look at this menu of yours. Remember these, huh?
Yes, of course.
Good. So I'm going to make good use of those scissors that Joe was using earlier. And get rid of that chili dog. Who needs a chili dog? Gonna get rid of those ginormous spring rolls. We got those Shanghai noodles.
Ah, yes, you like them, didn't you?
Oh, those Shanghai noodles. Now, we're going to focus on what is the heart and soul of Joe Boo's Cookoos, which is the rotisserie chicken.
Okay, I see the new Joe Boo's Cookoos as a place where it's going to be authentic barbecue.
I didn't hurt you when I was cutting up the menu?
No, sir. And in fact, I liked it so much that I would like to give you these scissors as a memento of our experience together.
That restaurant it's all about the chicken. Stay focused. Hi there.
Hi.
What's your name?
My Igor.
Hi, I'm Rabbi Cohen.
Nice to meet you.
I'm the kosher supervisor with the COR. And I got to tell you that the construction is going to have to stop for the Jewish Sabbath. Everyone needs to be out of here until 9:40 Saturday night.
I have 6 days. And I'm doing this for Joe.
I understand
and I'm
that.
pretty sure I'm not going to get an extra day. And how's that going to work?
Doing the best for Joe will entail closing for this day, so that way he can keep his kosher certification.
Okay, you know what? Fine.
That's part of Judaism, is having faith. I have faith that you will be successful.
Actually never happened to me before when somebody who says who wants good for the owner kicks me out of the restaurant.
They've gone, so Joe is able to keep his kosher status.
Hello.
Hey Glenn, this is Igor.
Hey.
I got kicked out of the restaurant. Sabbath, we can't work on Saturday.
Why nobody figured out that the Sabbath happens on the same day for the last, I don't know, 2,000 years, didn't sort of figure that into the schedule, I don't know.
Next on Restaurant Makeover.
Rabbi shows up, he opens the door, he lets us in, and he keeps talking about faith in me.
I have faith in you.
Oh well, to me, that's all I have left.
World-famous culinary star Michael Bonacini has no love for Joe's bloated menu. His meat was overcooked and the salad was so-so.
Needs serious help.
So he's decided to toss it all and make Joe focus 100% on chicken. Meanwhile, Igor has finally met his match. A local rabbi shut him down for a day to respect the Sabbath.
The construction is going to have to stop for the Jewish Sabbath.
And now he has nothing to help him make up the time but faith. Time is ticking.
Rabbi shows up, he opens the door, he lets us in, and he keeps talking about faith in me.
I have faith in you.
Oh well, to me, that's all I have left. Yeah, I guess I need a miracle.
My worry is that by losing one day because of Sabbath and they can't work, that basically they're going to not do as much as they were going to do.
My goal, my objective is to try and stir Joe away from reaching for those pre-bought, pre-packaged seasoning mixes.
I've got the inaugural presentation of the restaurant makeover apron.
The first dish I'm going to show Joe is a half flame-roasted chicken sitting on a Moroccan spiced fragrant rice.
You know, cooking rice, very simple process. So I'm adding a little slivered garlic and some cardamom pods. Now, you spoke to me about your family coming from Morocco, and this is a part of those sort of Moroccan flavors, right? In goes a couple of cinnamon sticks. Okay, Joe, I want you to put the rice in there for me now. The last thing I'm going to add is a little turmeric. And what I need to do now is ask you to get me some water so we can just top this off. So whilst that's working away, we're going to go over and start working on our everyday rub.
He's going to explore the actual rub area and the spices used, and I'm very excited to see a rub being built.
Well, we've lost a day of construction due to the Sabbath. There's really nothing that we can do about that, aside from the fact that I still have to reveal this restaurant on time. The issue is that Joe has arranged for all kinds of friends and different people to come to the reveal, so I can't really change the reveal date. Good morning, Mr. Igor.
Hey Glenn,
How you doing?
pretty good, how are you?
Well, I got some ceiling detail, which I think is going to work by using this open concept tile. I think it'll hide much better, it won't look so dirty, and it will still allow the heat to escape.
How are you gonna position them? Did you think about that?
Yeah, I have a little drawing for you.
I have steel, L-shaped steel to reinforce the stone. I got threaded rods and nuts and washers to go all the way up to the structure.
So I end up with a look that I want in a way that's actually going to be structurally sound. Did you spend your day off praying, I hope?
Yeah, you can say wherever you want, but I can't stop thinking that I lost today.
Love to stay and help Igor work, but instead I've got to run out and figure out what chairs we're going to use, where they're going to come from, how I'm going to get them at the right price. As I'm leaving the restaurant, I notice the mezuzah on the door. It's a little bit worn. A mezuzah is a small religious scroll that sits right at the door. It contains a prayer. You kiss your hand and touch it, or you touch it on the way in and way out. What I will do is find him something new. That way, I can feel better about the fact that we've lost today because I'm also helping to honor that whole Jewish tradition.
And this is like being in the Moroccan spice market.
Smoked paprika, a little chili, there's some cardamom, cumin in there.
Spanish smoked paprika pepper, coarse black ground pepper, soft brown sugar to add that sweetness and create a little caramelization, good kosher salt, hot cayenne pepper, and all these ingredients are kosher. So it's a little bit of experimenting, and this replaces those nasty store-bought products. Nothing would please me more than to see them up on a shelf, something that says Joe Boo's Everyday Rub.
If I had a barbecue sauce that was killer, or a couple of spice rubs that were killer sold all over the city, then branching out all over the country, I mean, this is really an exciting opportunity that I really didn't think of to that effect till Michael actually did mention it to me.
Just as you had done, I will season the outside. I'm also going to suggest that we do get a little on the inside. Just to the center there. Hit the magic button.
Hey, Roberto, how you doing?
What's going on, Glen?
Sorry to come back here. They just told me you were back here.
Yeah.
I'm working on a little restaurant makeover. I need to grab some chairs. So I have to find something that's going to work with the design, that's going to be on budget and on time. Like a schoolhouse chair.
You know what, actually? We just finished assembling these. We assembled too many. They're ready to go for staining right now if you need them pretty quickly.
Really?
Yeah.
Can I do it in sort of like a fairly dark stain?
Yeah, whatever color you want.
Not only does he have a chair that's in stock, but he actually has too many of them, so he can give me a great price, he can stain them up, I can get them really quickly. It's like the stars are shining down on me.
All right, buddy.
Okay.
I'll see
Thanks,
you.
pal. Talk to you later.
And then to finish it off, dried, sweet and sticky dried apricots, our toasted almonds. Joe, I've got a real plate here. You see? Your lucky day today.
The plate that he used actually was great. It made the food look 10 times better.
We'll take a little bit of our chopped parsley. Flame roasted chicken with everyday rub on Moroccan fragrant rice.
That's really good rice. Fluffy, it's nice.
What I like about it is the contrast of flavors. It's not that same spice mix on the vegetables, that same spice mix on the potatoes.
The chicken exploded with flavors that I didn't have before.
The dry rub actually brings out more of what I was bringing out.
I'm glad to hear that.
Next on Restaurant Makeover.
Well, it's the day before reveal. I've actually lost a day, so it really is only my 4th day of construction. 6 days to do a renovation is shockingly brief. 5 is almost, ridiculous.
Executive Chef Michael Bonacini is slowly but surely making Joe a believer. He's introducing new spices and flavors to the menu and opening up a whole new world of taste possibility. In other news, design guru Glen Peloso had some good luck with the chairs, but it won't make up for the day the crew lost to observe the owner's Orthodox faith. Will only 5 days be enough to complete the entire transformation?
We gotta complete the cultured stone. It looks like nothing is done. We have to sand, prime, paint entire restaurant. Yeah, I guess I need a miracle.
It's the day before reveal. I've actually lost a day, so it really is only my 4th day of construction. 6 days to do a renovation is shockingly brief. 5 is almost, ridiculous. Wow, that looks amazing. So the cultured stone around the fireplace looks fantastic. It's exactly the way that I wanted it to look, which was, a bit like a big fireplace in a massive, huge space. And it's all supported to the I-beam?
Yeah, it's going all the way up to the structure.
Igor's, structured it with steel and then tied it into the main support beam of the building, so it's really, really sound. It won't come apart. And it held both of us. It was kind of fun to hang out with him. There's still a ton to do, huh?
Yeah, there's tons
all
to
the
do.
painting, all the ceiling, all the wiring, all the electrical. There's a massive amount of work to do, and we really have no time.
I got tons to do.
We are seriously behind.
So next up was the barbecue sauce. This is just starting to take on a little color now.
Right.
All the onion, garlic, and jalapenos have softened up. There's the mustard. We've got the brown sugar. Cayenne and paprika. We just want to give them a little fry so they wake up and the aromas start releasing. Now we've got to add our moist liquids. The ketchup, the lemon juice, a little dark molasses. So the next dish is the barbecue chicken breast on a harvest salad. This I will season just lightly with sea salt. You hear that sizzle? That's what I want to hear every time you do anything that is pan fried.
Okay.
Why don't we head on over and prepare our salad for our barbecue chicken breast.
I arrive at the store that sells mezuzahs, and I had no idea there's so much mezuzah selection. Is there anything I have to know about mezuzahs?
Well, is it for indoor or outdoor?
Well, it goes indoor.
Goes indoors.
Yeah. I noticed one that seems to have my initial on it. It's got a G on it. But I kind of like this one, if that's okay.
It's a shin. It's a Hebrew letter.
Actually, a shin, which means God. And then I just take the scroll that's in the one he has.
Take the scroll out, you open the back up, and you just stick it back inside.
Now, do I do that, or can I? Do I have to have
The
it
rabbi
up?
should do it.
Will he hang it up too?
The rabbi will hang it up for you and make the blessing. Do it.
Really?
Yep.
My garlic-flavored olive oil, which is nothing more than olive oil where I've just fried off a little bit of garlic so it's gone soft brown. We add a pinch of cumin. We'll add a little jalapeno, the coriander. Give that a little whisk up. Now we're going to add some of this mango, a little bit of this mango right into there.
Add some avocado.
Nice big chunks of it. We're going to add a little of our dressing.
Our barbecue sauce is ready to go.
Right over the top. The barbecue sauce has to go on in the last couple of minutes. Otherwise, with the amount of sugar and molasses that goes into the barbecue sauce, it starts to char and burn. Grilled barbecue chicken breast on a harvest salad.
Just looking at that kills mine. I'm completely dumbfounded. There's a lot of different things in there. They're gonna love this one.
But I want you to taste the barbecue sauce before we try the chicken.
Oh, that's wonderful.
When I tasted the barbecue sauce, immediately I said, okay, this is it. This is what's gonna put me on the map.
You're blowing me away.
So Joe takes a taste of the chicken.
That's moist.
The chicken is great. The barbecue sauce really complements it.
And you didn't butterfly it, and you still cooked it. Wow.
There's quite a bit of work to do. It's absolutely crazy. It's crazy. It's definitely overnight, and gotta push really hard all night, right through.
We've got the same ingredients that we used in our salad. So we've got this wonderful chicken. If you can dress that and toss it up with lots of that good barbecue sauce. Give this a little toss.
So the next dish I'm doing with Joe is a whole wheat chicken wrap.
This over here is the non-dairy cheese.
Oh, okay.
Right, it's kosher product. I like to put the cheese down first so it helps protect the wrap from getting soggy. Doesn't that look good?
Yeah.
A little of our greens. And roll that up.
So the wraps, I'm very excited about because it's something that can replace the spring roll, which I really wasn't happy with.
Whole wheat chicken wrap with Joe Boo's world-famous barbecue sauce.
When he said Joe Boo's famous barbecue sauce, I immediately saw the label. I immediately saw a shelf with 24 bottles.
So this is gonna be a hit.
It's a great snack.
Texture from the cheese, yeah, this is great.
I could see this being great for your catering orders.
I could see that fire's been rekindled within him. I think he's more excited than ever. He's gotten a taste for real spices, real seasonings, different flavors.
You've got a bit of work, get in a mental zone.
From what was to what is now, it's a brand new world, and I'm just ready to explore it, and I'm ready to run all over it and eat it all up.
My heart is new, my spirit's rekindled.
Delighted to
Thank
hear
you
that.
very
You've
much.
been a great student.
Thank you
So
very
well done.
much, and you're a great teacher.
Thank you.
Okay.
Next on Restaurant Makeover.
Igor's been working in the space for 2 days straight without any sleep. I'm sure if I just roll up the back of the truck, he's probably having a little nap in there, so we should be quiet.
Holy Oh my!
It's reveal day, and Master Chef Michael Bonacini is pleased with his pupil. He's inspired Joe to revise his menu, and the future of this Cookoos kitchen is looking bright. Unfortunately, Igor could not get an extension for the day he lost, and top designer Glen Peloso may not have a reveal if the team can't pull off the shortest restaurant makeover in history. Will Joe Boo's 5-day miracle makeover actually come together?
And Igor's been working in the space for 2 days straight without any sleep. I'm sure if I just roll up the back of the truck, he's probably having a little nap in there, so we should be quiet.
So by reveal, we gotta place the tables, we gotta put banquettes together, we gotta do entire ceiling. There's quite a bit of work to do. Just gotta finish it now.
The rabbis hung the new mezuzah, which I think is a beautiful thing. It's a new beginning for Joe. It's a whole new life for Joe Boo's Cookoos, which I think is going to take him to fantastic heights.
Well done.
So much.
Excellent.
The design is interesting. We've gone with something much, much simpler. It's now just a very clean, Jobu's Cookoos. The place looks fantastic. The fireplace has been up, the floor is all in, it's all been grouted, the line is up, the menu boards are up, the lights are hung, banquettes are in. It's really come together to look like a really great but fun, cool place. Well, I really have to hand it to Igor. I mean, you know, he managed to get it done even with the Sabbath. Maybe the rabbi was right. All he needed was faith.
Certainly did. He did a fantastic job. It looks great.
It feels like the kind of place that I could see myself sitting at the table, having a bite to eat with my family and friends.
And your design has really been pulled it all together. Fantastic. I especially like what you've done with the rotisserie. I think it looks fantastic.
Joe, when he comes in, boy, there's no doubt he's going to be just blown away.
Do you think we should show Joe the place, or?
Let's do that.
So I'm really curious to see what's going to happen when Joe finally sees the new space.
Okay.
You ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
Okay, have a look at the new signage.
Look up.
Oh, that's nice, clean, visible.
Very easy to read. Jobu's Cookoos, flame roasted, rotisserie chicken.
The sign is great. The sign is clear, bold. It's going to attract people from very far away. It's clearly legible. The other sign wasn't. It was too convoluted. Holy sh! Oh my! Unbelievable! Oh, the emotion was that there was no way that in my mind I could have conceived this final product. Never. This was mind-blowing. Like, this was way beyond my expectations completely. This is like fabulous. It's unbelievable. And this is amazing. Look at this. I love this. You're the best. This is a sink. Look at the sink over here. The rotisserie is unbelievable.
Beautiful.
That's what I tried to accomplish.
It really shows off well there, doesn't it?
It's unbelievable.
It's fantastic.
The use of space, the use of color, the tables, the lighting is unbelievable. And Glen removed every single ounce of the past. There is no memory. There is no area that is similar to what it was. Even the way the counter, the service counter, it's on an angle. The wall, which was going to drive your eye once you walk in here. People are going to open the door and see that wall. They're going to be completely blown away. This is so unbelievable. This is so unbelievable.
You got it together?
Okay, let's go.
Good man, Joe. Into the kitchen.
It's so rewarding to know that we worked like crazy in that very short space of time. And really, this is the moment that makes it all worthwhile. Finally, we get to meet, you know, Joe's wife and all of his children.
I am so impressed and grateful, very grateful to Restaurant Makeover. Amazing.
Joe's parents come in. They also seem to really appreciate the way that it's been transformed.
Wow! This is a new place. Oh my God!
Because it's all about the presentation, huh? And we'll get another one done up? Why not? Now I've got to go check the wraps that are on the grill.
Okay, sir.
Ah, look at that.
Oh, wow! This is superb.
I think that what we've done is successfully move Jobu's Cookoos from cuckoo crazy to someplace that's cuckoo cool.
The bench? That is awesome. Flame roasted half chicken dinner on fragrant basmati rice.
It's delicious.
The rice is fantastic.
Great.
Cheers to the chefs.
L'chaim.
L'chaim.
Kookoos, like we say in French.
Wow.
Right on the board there, Joe. That's it. We're going to add a little salad to each plate. Boy, oh boy, you've got chef blood in you, I can tell. That's it. That's it.
This is whole wheat barbecue chicken wrap with harvest salad featuring avocado and mango.
Nice. For
Excellent.
It's like, you know, Michael and I created both the food and the design as if we'd done it symbiotically. It's working really, really well.
barbecue sauce, would you slather it on one side, flip them over, do the other side while I toss the salad?
I'm a new man. Look at these. No more scissors.
You know, I took a day away from you, and you really pulled through, and you did a masterful job, something that is great. Thank you very much.
Grilled barbecue chicken breasts on a harvest salad featuring the world famous homemade Jobu Cookoos barbecue sauce.
It's really good. It's quite tangy and tasty.
It's
Very
not
nice.
store-bought, it's homemade. Everything was excellent. People loved the wrap. People love the original barbecue sauce. People love the rice and the chicken. And thank you very much. I will never forget this experience. I will never forget everyone who helped, and I will never forget you guys. Thank you.
I hope you remember me.
To the new Jobu's.
Chaya, l'chaim. Come around. Look out, world buddy. Jobu's is coming. Jobu's is coming hard. Here we go.
I'm gonna be a hamster. I'm gonna turn around and go back.
Look at this. This is like in the magazine this month, this faucet's here. In the magazine. New. Ha! Oh my gosh. Hoo-ha! Yeah! Woo! Oh my goodness! Look at that wall! I mean, that wall is unbelievable. That wall, look at the sign. 10 times better than what I had. You took away all the things that I had. Wow, unbelievable. It's a miracle. It's a miracle. Restaurant makeover. Thank God.